Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another McFarlane Toys action figure review on the DC Multiverse, the Joker Dragon Dark Knight's Metal comic book vehicle figure. This is something that I am not terribly familiar with. I have seen it around and I do like the design of it. And I gotta give a big thanks to McFarlane Toys for setting me up with this figure. If you want to see the latest from McFarlane Toys, check them out. Link in the description below. Also, this vehicle, quote unquote vehicle, is actually a finalist for the Toy of the Year Awards. So it's one of the finalists, and if you're a McFarlane Toys fan, go ahead and check the link in the description below and go ahead and give them a vote. I hadn't picked this up other than the sample, so for me personally, I'm voting out of support of McFarlane Toys in general because I think they've been doing really amazing stuff, and I've been seeing them do things that I've been wanting to see them do for quite some time, and I love the creativity behind what they do for their products, and this is, I think, something that's very interesting, and I'm looking forward to opening it. Anyway, not much more going on the top of the packaging or at the bottom, so let's go ahead and crack this thing open. But first, try and get your McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. You can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's the Joker Dragon out of the packaging, and this thing looks pretty awesome. I like how freaky looking it is. It reminds me of a deep sea creature somehow. I don't know. But anyway, I love the details on this thing. Great sculpt and paint apps I want to take a really close look at. But first, let's get a closer look at the accessories. So we get your standard issue DC Multiverse trading card right over here. Looks pretty good. Nice image of the Joker Dragon. And there is a read up over here on the back. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. It looks like this is an army builder. Okay, and I gotta catch up on my Batman books. And then we also get this stand over here, which works out pretty well. You want to use the lowest hanging spike right there and kind of port that in, then rest the base of the tail right there. And when you get this thing, you do have to port the tail on. This comes as two different pieces. Look at that face. That is absolutely gorgeous and terrifying all at the same time. I really love the sculpt and paint apps on this thing. Immaculate detail throughout on this. I really like it a lot, man. Wow, it's so freaky looking. Love the yellow for the teeth right there. You could open up the mouth and you could see some very dark red for that very fleshy tongue. The lips look really good. I love the scale sculpt right through here, or throughout the whole thing anyway. You could see some gray paint over it. It actually looks like there's two different colors, like black and then gray right over here. And then the hair itself looks really good. I love the way it's sculpted. And it has some nice soft material right over here. And you have some nice looking gray over the green to make the sculpt really pop. So yeah, really dig that throughout on this thing. That looks just really, really good. And you can see the texturing throughout on this, right? Looks very reptilian-like. You can see a color difference right here with the materials, right? It's a lot harder right here and soft right over there. But yeah, coming back down here, looking at the tail, that looks great. And then coming all the way back up at the torso, you can see we have some nice gray paint over the white. And then we have these spurs or these spikes right here at the very bottom. And it has like these weird bloody gills right over here too, which are really freaky looking. I like that. Looks pretty sweet. There's the underbelly. It's so weird. And looking at it from the side too, I want to get a nice look at this thing. God, that looks so freaking awesome, man. Really dig that a lot. Wow, this looks good. As far as articulation goes, there's not a whole lot. You can move the jaw up and down. You could rotate the head side to side. It does pivot some. Yeah, so it's on a ball joint right there. And then you have the bendy wire inside the tail, and you can bend inward up to there. Yeah, you could curve in that much. So yeah, very, very cool. Love having the bendy wire. Now to measure out the length of this Joker Dragon, you can see that it's at about 19 to 20 inches across. And as far as the height goes, it's only about 5.5 inches tall. And then for a couple of quick size comparisons, here's the Joker Dragon next to which is my personal favorite DC Multiverse vehicle from McFarlane Toys. We have the Bat Cycle. I actually think this came out last year, right? Or was it 2 years? I can't remember, but oh man, I freaking love this thing. Both of these look awesome, especially side by side. Very cool. Then here's the Joker Dragon next to the Batman Who Laughs and my Baxman figure. And no, this is not in perfect scale by any means or at all. I think maybe for it to be in perfect scale with these figures, it would have to be at least twice the size. But still, I think this is fairly large and I do like the size of it. But yeah, it's not to scale. Then here's the Joker Dragon next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. No way! My own personal green dragon! Oh, the never-ending story! So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And this is a very fun figure to have. I like this a lot, and I think they did a really good job with it. I guess my biggest gripe is the scale, but you know, at the same time, it's still a pretty big piece. I don't know how big anyone really needs this or wants this to be on the shelf. So I could understand why they would scale things down a little bit. But what I really dig about this thing is the details. Like, the details just really pop with this figure. The paint apps over the immaculate sculpt is just really impressive, and I really like it a lot. It looks very, very, very cool. I don't know about army building it. I did look up some images from the comics, and it looks like you just see one per panel. So yeah, maybe not an army builder. Getting at least one though, having one in hand has been fun, and I do like it. And I know it's not for everybody, but I don't know, it's freaky enough looking, and I like kind of tripping my kids out with it. It's, you know, they actually like the freaky creature type stuff. But anyway, at the price point of around 28 to 30 bucks, I'm gonna give this Joker Dragon vehicle a sud rating of I love it! And I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you have this in hand? I know it's been out for a while. I'm curious to know what you think about it. Please let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Shot.